I'm Avi, and no, that was bad. Okay. I'm Avi, and I'm a registered clinical counselor. Our emotions, our symptoms, what might be showing up day to day, that in itself can be a signal of something deeper that's needed. So emotions, while they can be painful, are not inherently good or bad. And actually, when we get curious about them, we can get a lot of information about what we need, past stuff that we might be holding on to, and actually in going deeper into those painful emotions, as much as it seems like a paradox, is often the pathway through, but that's really hard to do alone. So that's where, my approach is to really walk alongside you so that you feel my presence with you as we're going into some of these dark places, so that we can make sense of it and help you come out the other side knowing yourself better. It's not just on the deep, dark, scary ones. It's getting to the point where we have the capacity to feel joy and connection. And it's hard to have that when maybe there's something that we're blocking. We kind of can't selectively numb emotions, unfortunately. Once we've sort of uncovered like what it is that's the barrier, it's kind of changing that with a new emotion, a new experience. And what that might look like is different for different people. And then that clears the way to really talk about like, what do you find meaningful? What are your values? And if your authentic self and that kind of voice deep down that knows what's good for you and what you need weren't obscured with all these other messages or stuck emotions, like what would that be telling you? And kind of providing support in taking those steps. With body image, like how we treat our bodies and talk about our bodies, and control or restrict or do these things to our bodies is really a reflection of how we treat ourselves. And it can start to be a problem when like we start to see our body as like an adversary or an enemy, like that we have to conquer, when really our bodies are what let us explore through the world, and we can kind of lose touch with a lot of the beautiful things that our bodies let us do. And that strikes me as really sad. And it's also coming from a culture that's reinforcing that constantly. And so I think it can be really empowering to like unpack some of those narratives that we've like internalized, and start to relate to ourselves with a little bit more compassion.